Sir, I'm not getting your voice.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, it was in mute. Let's we start with, yeah. So I think now it is audible, right, for all people. Anyone can confirm, please. Srinath. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Right. So just say like just say as a SQL Server DBA, or it may be any type of DBA. Just remember our job is maintenance. Our job is what? Maintenance. Okay. Database and database server maintenance is our job. That's what we'll do. Like as a database admin, we have to manage the databases. We are maintaining the servers. Okay. Right. So check here like regularly we'll work with what various activities. We'll start with like installations, means SQL Server installations, configurations, okay, providing security for our databases, working with automation, okay, so like implementing performance best practices. All those things will work with as a database admin. We'll see one by one, step by step we'll go, no need to worry. Right. Right. Check that what are our regular activities are there? Like we'll start with like installation. Means what? Whenever a new project is there, we'll go with what? Installations and configurations. Means we'll install SQL Server. We'll discuss in detail again later. But remember, while working with SQL Server, we have to work with three types of installations or three types of working environments. Okay, in SQL Server, we have three types of working environments. One is here like standalone environment is it. Standalone environment means remember we have a single production server. Okay, yeah, all the applications, users, okay, uh, are connected to same server. But tomorrow, if something happen, if the server is down, okay, unexpectedly, okay, so then what happens? So all the applications will be down, right? No users can connect. So that's why downtime is there here. That is the reason business loss scenario is there for our client, right? Why? Because if some application is down for 1 hour, 3 hours, 2 hours, like how much business loss? That is the reason, remember, to avoid this business loss scenarios means to avoid the server downtime. Means server downtime means our SQL server downtime. We have different features like high availability features. Means what? As part of high availability features, we have different high availability features here, like log shipping, database mirroring, always on, okay, various high availability features. But just we need to understand what is high availability. Okay, so I think already maybe you can understand easily. But because with the standalone setup, we have single production server. If server is down, application is down, right? Business logic is there. That's what we can do with high availability features. We can maintain multiple servers. Okay. So even like tomorrow, one server is down, no problem. Other server starts processing the requests. Okay. For example, suddenly, unexpectedly, due to various reasons, one server is down. Okay. The other server applications can continue working with other server. See, that is the purpose of what? High availability features means what? To minimize downtime to the applications. That's why remember compulsory, like today, if you enter in the organization, mostly compulsory, we have to work with this high availability features. Okay, so here in SQL Server, we have different high availability. Just I think it is clear, right? What is the purpose of high availability feature? Just can you type anyone in the chat? Like I'm also using this Google Meet first time. Earlier, we used to use Zoom meeting and these Teams. I can see the how I can see the control. One second. Mhm. Yeah, there might be option. Okay. We need to use the I think some app, right? Okay. 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 Let's see. We'll continue. Hmm. Fine. Let me continue. Right. So that is like, that is what is the purpose of what high availability features. That means what, like in general, remember, like we have one primary data center in general in every organization or every client. We have primary data center and secondary data center or DR data center in general. Okay, let's say primary data center is there here in Mumbai. Okay, secondary data center in Chennai. Means what, if anything happen here, any disaster or very not regular cases, right? Very exceptional, no problem. All the servers are running here. Same copy of database we are maintaining here, so that applications can connect immediately to this server. So like that is like right now, already I have said, like right now I'm in UAE. Let's say we have our primary data center is there here in Abu Dhabi, one of a state here, and secondary data center or DR is there in Dubai, for example. I mean, these are the in UAE. I think already we have 7 states. This is one. These two are this is one state. This is also one state. Right. So, like let's say, like we can maintain here in different locations, two data centers. In two data centers, here one primary server, here one secondary server or DR server, for example. Right. So here in SQL Server, we have different high availability features are there, like log shipping, very old feature. Mostly we are not using, but just we'll see what is what. I will show you practically also, but we are not using. Very rare. In the same way, we have database mirroring. Database mirroring was introduced first time in 2005 version. Okay, so we have like always on from 2012 version. We have always on. Mostly remember today we have to work with always on. Okay, in the organization we have to work with always on mostly. Right. We'll see what are the various differences are there. Okay. Just to get some idea. Don't get any confusion. Just to get some basic idea why log shipping, why what are the differences are there between these three high availability features. So just let me discuss just one point. Later, anyhow, I will show you practically. Very simple. We have to understand high availability features are there to maintain multiple servers to minimize the downtime. And these are the various high availability features are there. So already I've said like if somebody is working with Oracle or MySQL or PostgreSQL, okay, uh, any other technologies like MongoDB or any other technologies. So yeah, you can I can compare here what feature is there in Oracle, what feature is there here in SQL Server. Why? Because today, like I am SME for Microsoft SQL Server, but I'm managing all the other database flavors also, including Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and DB2. Okay, right. So that's like just remember, log shipping is there. Log shipping. Logs are nothing but remember changes. Shipping means what? Transferring. Transferring to which server? Secondary server. Let us see, like clock shipping is nothing but what? Just we are whatever the changes are made in primary server, those changes are shipped with what? Secondary server or standby server. Why we are shipping? Tomorrow, if primary server is down, something happen, no problem. We'll make the secondary server available to the users or applications so that applications can continue their work. Okay, that is the purpose of what? Log shipping. But that means what? Whatever the changes are made in primary server, for example, which is there in Mumbai, same copy of changes we are maintaining in what? Secondary server. Okay, so that if something happen here, no problem. We can use the same copy from Chennai. Okay, that is the purpose of your log shipping. But in case of log shipping, we have so many limitations are there. That is the reason Microsoft has come up with what? Database mirroring from 2005 version, DB mirroring. Just we'll see, I will summarize just what are the differences are there, just what is what. Later we'll see anyhow practically. In case of log shipping, remember, uh, no immediate sync. These are the major problems are there. Means what? Let's say changes are made in the Mumbai server at 6:30. Here, see my local time, 6:37, Dubai time. Suppose changes are made here at 6:30. Immediately changes are not applied. It takes some time. Actually, default time is 15 minutes. We can set or we can configure also. Just remember, after 15 minutes, we can see the changes in Chennai server. Okay, means what? No immediate sync. Okay, so in the same way, tomorrow if this primary server down, due to any reason which is there in Mumbai. So immediately as a DBA, we have to start working with Chennai server. We have to make it primary manually. Manually means what? Automatically it will not become primary. Got it, right? There is no automatic failover. These are see two major limitations are there with log shipping. That is the reason mostly today we are not using log shipping, except if you are working with Microsoft something for few clients, maybe 5% in the market, very few. Currently see from almost from last 14 years, from 2010, 2012, nobody like I did not see any client who is going with what? Log shipping. Very less, 5%, below 5%. Then in this here, see that's why to avoid these problems, Microsoft has introduced like database mirroring in 2005 version, like data guard something in Oracle. Here, in case of database mirroring, here like we have immediate sync. Means what? Whenever the changes are made here in primary server, immediately within seconds changes are applied to secondary server, immediate sync. Okay. In the same way, like we have automatic failover. Means what? Like tomorrow, if primary, here generally terminologies are different. Here in general, like in log shipping, we are calling as primary server and secondary server. So here see we are calling as principal and mirror. Just same servers actually, terminology is different. Suppose let's say tomorrow if principal server is down here due to any reason, automatically mirror becomes principal automatically. Okay, right. That is like that is called what? Automatic failover. Even as a DBA, no need to start immediately, no need to do manual failover. Okay, so what is the benefit is it with automatic failover? We can minimize the downtime, right? Within less time, immediately applications starts working with the secondary server. Right. Next year, like we have, again, this DB mirroring has some limitations. Already we know, like, yeah, the technology is becoming older, like automatically will have some limitations in general due to today's advanced requirements. Right. So here see like, but see in case of mirroring, remember it is one-to-one feature. Means what? Like one principal can have only one mirror. We can't maintain one too many. Okay. The same way, other limitations are there. In primary or principal, read writes are allowed. Means what? Changes are allowed. Whereas in mirror, by default, remember, no reading, no writing. By default. Means what? The mirror is not in use until this principle is done. Once this mirror becomes principle, then only it is used. These are some limitations are there. That's why to avoid those limitations here from SQL Server 2012 onwards, we have always on. Always on is also, remember, it works with mirroring feature only with extra benefits. It is mirroring only with extra features. Just check here. Here also we have immediate sync. Okay, immediately changes are synced to secondary server or DR server, and we have automatic failover, but it is one to many feature. Means what? One primary replica. Here we are calling as what? Replicas. Just terminology is different. One primary replica can have multiple secondary replicas. Multiple. That's why remember it is one to many feature. As well as like we have so many benefits are there. In primary replica, read writes are allowed. Whereas in secondary replica, by default, reading is allowed by default. So that manipulations we can allow here in primary replica, reports we can allow from secondary replica. Means what? One type of load balancing kind of feature we can implement here. Okay, these are the three major different high availability features are there. But today already I have summarized, like we are going or we are working with what? Always on. Okay, as part of today's means like requirement. I think like we are following, right? If any questions are there, kindly like try to type in the chat panel, or you can unmute yourself. You can ask the questions. Okay, related to what I am discussing. If you have any confusion, hope I think it is clear, right, for all people.
Sir, sir, I didn't get the like read and write or read option.
Yeah, yeah. Read and write means like read means what? Select, right? Selecting. Reading means writing means like insert, update, delete, anything like that. It changes.
Uh,
Okay.
so in the above two options also we have syncing option, right?
Yeah, syncing is there, right? Correct.
So so that
Sync
means
is there.
it is
Yeah,
allowed to read.
yeah. Sync is there, but by default, it will not allow reading. We need to create something called extra, called like database snapshot something. And once again, snapshot is not dynamic; it is static. For example, like I will create a snapshot at 6:45. Up to 6:45 only, we can read changes. Again, 7 o'clock, I will create a snapshot. Then we can see changes up to 7, like that's here. Limitation is there. Got it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But here, immediate sync actually. Whatever the changes are there made in primary, immediately we can see here in secondary. No need to create a snapshot, anything like live streaming in always on.
Okay.
Okay.
So all these we can see in the practical right?
All these we'll see. Just I'm trying to discuss what are the options are there and major differences, just to get some idea why we have these high availability features. What are the major differences are there? Other any other questions are there? Anyone? Kiran, Ayush, are you following? Or any confusion? Let me know if anything is any simple doubt is it. Try to ask, or you can unmute yourself. You can use chat option, or you can unmute yourself. You can ask the questions. Okay, no need to worry. After the class, also you can ask the questions. Like I will give you anyhow my WhatsApp. Thank you, Kiran. Yeah, WhatsApp number. Okay, so you can connect. We can discuss anytime. No need to worry. Right. Fine. So let's see what we'll do. We'll see some other options as part of SQL Server. Let's see what I will do. Like I will start with practically, like just how we can work with SQL Server. Okay. Right. Right. Like this, like we have one more option called like SQL Server clustering, like replication. We'll see confusion may be there. I'm not discussing these options now. Later we'll see in detail. Okay, so we have to work with security, means creating like users. Okay, users, granting permissions, working with rules. Okay, all those things we'll see which are important for us. The same way we'll see backups and restores. Backups are generally, remember, we'll schedule the backups actually in real time. So like we need to monitor whether all the backups are working fine or not, which is important for us. Right. In the same way, like we'll see like how to implement automation. Generally, remember why? Because already have said just now, we'll schedule the backups. So how we are scheduling backups with the help of something called jobs. Okay. We can schedule the backups. We'll see all these we'll see practically. Just you need to understand what is what we are going to perform in real time. In the same way, we need to go with monitoring. Monitoring is also important for us. Means what? Like monitoring the disk space, okay, memory usage, CPU utilizations, like various things are there. See, few points I'm not discussing here. Later we'll see some confusion may be there. Okay, so various things actually, etc. Then in the same way, like we have to work with this performance tune and maintenance. Yeah, that's why for performing for better performance, we'll implement regular maintenance activities like rebuilding indexes, updating statistics, okay, uh, flushing truncating the logs, okay, recycling the error logs. Those various activities will do. All these we'll see in detail. These are some regular activities are there while working in the organization, and what are the different options are there as part of SQL Server. So let's say what I will do. That's why once you enter in the organization, yeah, the team will provide you like SQL Server catalog or inventory. There you can see we have three types of environments: standalone, always on, and cluster. Okay, means which servers are there or applications in always on, which are there with standalone, which are there in cluster. Right, right. Just say now to work with the SQL Server. Already we know SQL Server is one of a powerful RDBMS product from Microsoft, right? Yes. So, like to connect and work with SQL Server. Yeah, generally, remember we have to understand very important point. So, it may be any RDBMS, not only SQL Server. It may be Oracle, DB2, MySQL, PostgreSQL. Okay, MariaDB. Like today, we have like MongoDB, Cosmos DB, various products are there, even like cockroach db, something like that. Various yuga byte, various products are there today, right, in the industry. Yes, but widely used products are what? Oracle, SQL Server. These two are widely used products. And we have like MySQL, PostgreSQL also today in the industry. All these are RDBMS products, like SQL, we can say SQL products. Whereas we have no SQL products are there like MongoDB, Cassandra, okay, Azure Cosmos DB, like various products are available in the market. Big data, various things. Right. So, but remember, SQL Server falls under what? RDBMS or SQL product. Right. So here, see, that's why we have discussed, right? It may be any product. It may be any RDBMS product. Just we have to understand here, any RDBMS product has two parts minimum. One is server part or server tools, and second one is what? Workstation tools or client tools. See, you go to Oracle, you go to MySQL, you go to PostgreSQL, any RDBMS product. Just we have to understand we have two types of components. One is like server components. Second one is what? Workstation components. See, server components are for what purpose? To run the SQL queries. Okay. So whereas like client components are there to submit the queries to server and fetch the result, output or result sets. That's why remember, that's why tomorrow whenever you want to install SQL Server, basically it is a two-step process. But anyhow, I will discuss later in Monday, Tuesday session installation in detail. Okay, how you will get the request, from which team you will get the request, what will install. Generally, we'll install server components, we'll install the tools, plus will apply the latest patch. Latest patch. Okay, so that I will show you anyhow practically in the Monday session. Okay, Monday or Tuesday. No need to worry. So here also remember, like we have That's why like to connect and work with the SQL server, SQL server, we are using one tool called SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, so let me just already have said like today, like I formatted my laptop. Nothing is there. There is no SQL Server Management Studio. There is no SQL Server. SQL Server is nothing but, remember, basically it is a service. Server tools are nothing but, or server components are nothing but what? Services, one or more services. Okay, right. So client components are nothing but like some apps, application through which we'll connect. Okay, right. Just very simply, I will show you. Let me like how we can download and install SQL Server. Just it is a very simple process. Here, I will show you the simple method how we can download. Okay, SQL Server. But in real time, how we are working, it is little bit different. That we'll see anyhow in the Monday, Tuesday sessions. Here for practice purpose in your laptop, you can also download SQL Server 2022. Already have said like our latest version is what? SQL Server 2022. Various versions are there. Uh, yeah, SQL versions. Okay. Still, we have 2016 support is there for 2016 still. Okay. 2016 support. Extended. Actually, 2016 support is completed, but we have extended support. Extended support means what? Uh, Means like who has some premium license. Okay, so suppose if we say like SQL Server obsolete, or we can say SQL Server 2016 end of life or something we can say. Generally, we have one word actually, obsolete date something. End of support or end of life here, July 2016. For extended support, already have said who has a premium license. But actually, its support is ended, I think, in 2022 only. But extended support is there till 2016. So that means what? Up to that, in general, in your organization, we can use this 2016. But after that, compulsory, we have to migrate. Compulsory. Otherwise, we won't get any patches. We'll get security issues, various issues, if we are not applying the patches, everything. Right. So that's why still we are using 2016 version. Then we have 2017, 2019, 2022. 2022, 24 also Microsoft is planning, but 2022 is our latest version. That's why while practicing what you can do, you can download this 2022 version. You can start practicing. Anyhow, as part of upgradation or migration, I will show you how to migrate from 2016 to 2022, or yeah, I will show you the migration part also. No need to worry. Okay, right, right. Okay, so let me just download 2022 so that you can also start practicing. And so like we need some system requirements, very basic requirements are there. No need of very high-end servers. Basically, I am using some workstation actually, which is a high-end laptop, ThinkPad P series workstation I am using, but you can use like normal laptop. So I have like 48 GB RAM. Actually 64 was there. That's why I use 16 GB to some other laptop. As well as like I have like SSD, so we'll have very high performance. And it is a processor also HQ processor, like gaming or some load. Means basically workstation, like a server board. Okay, so let me just go through here. Okay, very simple here. One point again, I can say like I'm managing multiple RDBMS products today. We have discussed, but easy to work and easy to manage is SQL Server. Okay, so let me start download. Just say like go to right side here. We have option is there. Download option is there. Okay, you can download this one. Here see SQL Server on premises means what? We need to install SQL Server in a local data center in our local laptop, right? So we can go with what? On premises download. Just it is asking some questions. Just enter anything, whatever you. Okay. Anything you can. Just I'm typing. Maybe some total information may not be correct. Just download. Okay. Okay. Check here 64-bit. Already I've said like in the last class. Let me summarize again. We can install SQL Server from 2017 version onwards in Windows, okay, Linux, okay, Mac. Even today, I have said, right, even we can install and maintain SQL Server in containers, okay, like Docker containers, any container. Yeah, until now we are managing in VMs, right? Virtual machines. But even we can use today, we can manage SQL Server in the containers. We'll see later. I will show you anyhow practically how to install in Linux later. Now, not immediate now. Uh, how to install SQL Server in a Docker container. Okay, those also I will show you as part of this course. And I already have said like we can use SQL Server. We can maintain SQL databases in cloud platforms also today. Right, like Microsoft Azure, AWS, GCP. And I have discussed already, I will show you in Microsoft Azure also, like how we are managing databases. Okay, so previously, like we are not covering like Microsoft Azure or Linux installation or containers installation, but now it has become compulsory, okay, to work in the organization. That's why we'll discuss those also, yeah, uh, in this session in our class, okay, as part of our batch. Fine. Okay, let me, right. So let's like here's like let me download here. Okay, so SQL Server. Yeah, go to downloads. download. So not downloaded. Click here. Okay. Yeah, just here like installation startup file is downloaded here. Just double click on that file. Yeah, SQL Server 2022. I'm installing. See here, SQL Server 2022 Evaluation Edition. Just remember very, very important point. Evaluation Edition is a free edition. Free edition means which we can use for practice or testing purpose. Generally in the organization, we'll say like POC, right? Proof of concept, something. Before, let's say like my company is now planning to maintain SQL Server in Linux or containers. Okay, first what we'll do, we'll make the Linux setup, we'll make the container setup, we'll do installations, configurations, we'll schedule backups, everything. We'll monitor whether all are working fine or not for a few days, like 1 month, something. Once all are working fine, so then what we can do, we can go with, we can plan it to implement for a particular project like that. That is called POC. That's why while practicing, what we can do, we can install, we can use like this evaluation edition freely. But immediate installation, just remember like I will go with the basic. I think we'll continue for a few minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, we'll conclude the session. Very simple. Just here, click on basics. But remember, this type of installation, what I am showing here, we are not going to use in real time. Okay, real time installation is different. Just to start practicing, to just to install in your laptop. Okay, I'm showing this option. Accept. See, by default, it is saying I will install in C drive. Okay, continue, I'm saying. But what are the drives are required? Like how will yeah, do installation? All those things I will discuss before starting the installation process. What is the file system layout? We'll ask to our systems team before starting installation. That we'll see in detail so that you can discuss the same in the interview. You will work same in the organization tomorrow. Okay, right. Yeah, I think I'm using some Wi-Fi network with mobile. It is somewhat slow, but yeah, if you are using some yeah, LAN, so it will be done very fastly. Once the installation is done, sorry, once it is downloaded, software is downloaded, then it will start what? Installation part. Okay, once it is downloaded. This is a very simple method is there to install SQL Server to start practicing. See, already I have said, once this is completed successfully, it's not meaning that we can start working with SQL Server. Why? Because only I'm installing this server component. Only now this step will install what? Server component. But to start practice, we need one tool also, which is basically our SQL Server Management Studio. That is second step. First step is what? Installing the database server or database engine. Second step is what? Installing SSMS. But already I've said in real time, third step is what? Applying the latest patch. Okay, right. Right. Okay. So just remember, once this is completed, download is completed, then it will start installation. In a fresh machine, let's say this is my fresh machine. In a fresh machine, it takes some time, like 8 to 10 minutes time or 15 minutes time maximum. But in production servers or in our servers, it takes very less time, 5 to 8 minutes time. Okay, right. I think we are on the same page, right? We are all are following. We'll use same link throughout our course mostly. Okay, right. Thank you, Srinath. Are you sure you following? If any confusion is there, let me know. Okay, Kiran, other participants, if any simple doubts are there, confusion is there. Yeah, thank you, Ayush. Kiran, is it clear? Well, because we have very less people, if I can stop sometimes, I can clarify your doubts. No need to worry. Thank you, Kiran. Okay. Uh, but better always listen very carefully. Okay, and try to ask if any questions are there. Later you can see the recording also, note down the doubts, ask the questions. Why? Because we are not going I am not going to teach you only theory part, uh, like how other people will teach. I will try to cover real time scenarios mostly, so that same you will do in real time. Almost 60, 70, 80% same. Okay, technically same, but the procedure may be different in different organizations. Technically, it is same. Okay, right. Already have said like today what I will do after the session. Once the recording is ready, I will yeah upload this recording in my YouTube channel. But maybe one, two recordings. But after that, what we'll do, I will share separately. Okay. Okay. Is this 1 second? I think yesterday also I've shared you my YouTube channel. You can subscribe also. Only today's session. Sorry. Mhm. Is this? Yeah. Yeah. Later you can watch here, means on YouTube, SQL with say SYED. Okay, YouTube channel. Right. Anyhow, I will continue recording till this installation is completed. Actually, due to my mobile network, it is taking time download, but I can connect to LAN also, but no problem. It will finish now. So after finishing download, it starts installation automatically. Okay. Once the installation is done, it will show the summary page. Okay. What is the server name, in which path it is installed. Okay. All those details it will display here. Then what we can do, we can download SSMS SQL Server Management Studio, that tool. Uh, After downloading, we can start, once we install SSMS, which is a second step, then we can start working with SQL Server. Okay, see, installation is completed. Now, sorry, download is completed. Now it started installation. Fine. Meanwhile, any other questions are there? From Monday onwards, already have said like we'll take yeah 7:32. 8:45 or 9 o'clock. If possible for all people, we'll take up to 9, better, so that we can finish in 30 sessions, maybe 35 to 40 days. Right. Uh, I think hope everything is clear. Just try to, whenever you are free, try to install SQL Server. Okay. So after this, we'll install SSMS. We'll start working with SQL Server step by step. Okay. Right. Let me stop recording. We'll continue again on Monday or next session. Right. Thank you very much. Okay. Second.